Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Carrie again. If you're new here, thanks for clicking in. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. This is going to be part 2 of bags and tags. We're going to do more bags. So I'm making, sorry, my brain just drew a blank. Faux glassine bags. This is actually parchment paper. This is kind of like part parchment paper, part wax paper, because there is a bit of a wax to it. These came from my kitchen. I experimented with these when I saw another YouTuber do this, and I'll link her channel below. She made hers out of tracing paper, but I've seen other videos where they've also used parchment paper or wax paper. So this is parchment paper, and it's ones that are pre-cut to the size of a cookie sheet, so you don't have to worry about the roll, which is kind of nice because it was, perfectly evenly cut, made it easy to make these bags. So, like that. And they're brown. That's because that's the kind that my dad bought. But I didn't want to use up all of his parchment paper because he does like to bake. And I think the pre-cut ones probably don't come cheap. But, so this is just a little bag. And it has that wonderful crinkle. So I made a long one. This one I actually decorated. And then I made this one, which is more of like an envelope, like a mailing envelope almost kind of thing. Like horizontal envelope, vertical envelope. But I wasn't as impressed with it as I was with these. So we're going to make some more, but I bought my own parchment paper, so I didn't use all of my dad's make it. And so these are going to be some white ones. And the brown ones do kind of give it a rustic look. I can't tell. I don't think I inked the outside of the bag. I may ink the outside of the white ones. So let's do this. Also, I've already pre-cut everything. We're going to do 2 different sizes. And this is just your standard parchment paper, white parchment paper. I got my roll at Walmart. So it was I think it's a better deal than Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree sells, I think, like 25 feet for $1.25. I think I got something like 65 feet for maybe $2. So better deal. And so I just cut it down to the size I wanted, folded it over, fold over this way, fold over this way, and then I'm going to show you how I cut it so that it looks more like this. But let's see. Basically, I'm going to show you just fold it this way, fold it this way, and if you don't want it, as wide, you can trim it down. But just to show you, I'm just going to do it like this. So you have this going over here, and then I fold it here, and I do a little bit smaller at the bottom, because, this is the bottom, so I don't need it to go over too much. Like that, and then a little bit bigger for the top. And that's kind of how I do it, and then I'm going to show you in a minute how I cut it. But that's basically what you do. If you were going to make this smaller, you would just want to trim this so you don't have too much overhang on here. This one's not too even. I don't know if I'd worry about evenness. The brown ones came out really good because these were already pre-cut with straight edges, whereas when you pull these out and rip them off, the edge is not necessarily straight. You kind of have to use your cutter, and I'm kind of cutting tray. It works okay, but not quite like it would for cardstock. So what we're going to do, I need my bone folder. I'm going to make sure this is a nice tight line. And then this is the bottom. So we are going to take our scissors and we're going to snip this part and this part off. And we don't have extra bulk. Parchment paper cuts pretty well. I would save the scraps too. You can stamp them, use them for ephemera. So then you're going to be left with this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off the corners. And now we have the bottom. I think I'm going to try to make this a little bit more even. That's a bit better. So then you have your bottom, and then we're going to do the same thing to the top. I'm going to be careful. Cut here. And then we're going to cut here. And I have to be careful because the parchment paper cuts really easily, so it's really easy to start cutting off in the wrong direction. And let's see, let's trim this here a little bit. Now I do want to round the corners of the lid, and the video that I'll link to this, I think it was her video or someone else's video, but this you can't put into your corner rounder on its own. It just smushes the paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach down into this bin underneath me, because I didn't think to have a piece of cardstock here. And we're going to pull out a piece of cardstock, just random cardstock, and we're going to line up corner with the corner of your parchment paper. And there we go. And then we'll just slide this over this way. And now your corners are rounded. And you just have to glue it. So let's leave that aside. Okay. Now that I got that corners rounded, let's put a little glue down. You don't need a whole bunch. Let me just that down like that. And then we'll do a little bit of glue on the bottom here. Put that over like that. Kind of gotta push down a little bit to kind of get them to glue. Once they're glued, it does stay pretty well. We'll move that out of the way. If you wanted to make your edges a little bit more indented, you could. If you wanted to do a thing here, you could. Again, to do that, you're going to want to have a piece of cardstock in there. I may want to do that, but I won't now. There you go. Now we have this cute little glassine bag. Now we'll decorate. So I inked this. This came from Stamperia. I think it came from the Wonderland pack. And I already inked it. And we're just going to glue this on, and then we'll add some fun embellishments to it. So let's attach this. And again, you don't need a lot of glue. And I did that crooked on purpose. And then we're going to put some fun little things down. Down here. I'm trying to decide how I want to glue this. This is just some mesh. It's actually pink, but you can't really tell because it's a very light pink. I'm just going to add that there. We're for some texture. This is lace I got from Dollar Tree. I cut the heart out of it, and I'm just going to add just a tiny bit of glue on the outside of this heart. And we're going to place it down on here. Or we're not. Come on. Okay, I may have to use the hot glue. And then I have this glass heart here. Going anywhere now, right? There. And I'm going to put a little dot in the middle here for some hot glue. I'm going to, you know, love hot glue, hate hot glue. There. And then I'm going to put some of these little pearls. I'm going to put just a few. Down here. And you can add all kinds of things, you know, you can add a bow. You could put stuff, you could add stuff to the back. So this is not going right. My other video went better than this one. Not sure why. Not feeling really good, but that's alright. I'm not dying, so. Okay, there we go. So there's one. And like, you can just stick these right into a junk journal. You know, you can even put like little gifts in here and give them as a little gift. They're really fun. They're a lot of fun to make. So I'll put this one down here. And then we got a little one. Now the little one, I already did all the trimming, so I'm not going to make you watch me do it again. This is actually the top. And see here, I kind of went around. So we're just going to glue it together now. This is supposed to be the other way around. There we go. And make sure to cut, if you're going to do your envelope top like this, make sure you cut so you can tell the difference between the top and the bottom. See here, these are a little bit sharper points. Here it's a bit more rounded, so that's how I knew the top from the bottom. Okay, let me show you how to do that scallop. Then you'll need a piece of cardstock from your junk pile. And you will just stick that there, pull out your circle punch. Ideally, you want to wait for the glue to dry to do this. Realizing that there's just not enough glue right there. I did not have this much trouble when I was making this the first time. Probably because I wasn't on camera. Oh, come on. There we go. And we'll just... And now you have that little divot. Little thumb. I think they call it like thumb hole. this one we have a wolf. Again, Stamperia paper pad. This comes from the Cosmo one. Kind of get this just a slight angle. This one I inked using the walnut stain to make it a little bit darker. It doesn't want to glue as well to this one. It glued better to the brown one, which is a little bit on the weird side of things. See here, it doesn't even want to stay down. I said I didn't have this problem when I was doing it the first time. Okay. And then I've got, I think this fun little key, and I've got these little pearls here that we are going to put on the corner, so you can kind of give it that pinned on look. These are from Tim Holtz, and I got them at a little craft store called Creative Escapes that's right around the corner from me that I discovered. It's actually right next door to the Walgreens that I will be working at. So now we will know where my entire paycheck's going to be going. Okay. See if there's anything else we want to add to it. We could put a little ribbon on here, and that might be kind of cool. Dropped it. Put just a little bit right there. And plop that bad boy down. Yeah. All right. So, sorry. I hate having glue on my fingers. You know, a crafter who works with glue and hates glue on her fingers. So there we are. Like I haven't decorated this one because I'm not fond of the horizontal, but these are fun little bags to make. I may go back and make some more of the brown ones. I think really quickly I want to ink this one. So this is vintage, good old vintage photo, and I just go a little over the edge here. get a little bit of the ink just along the back here. So that's what that looks like when you use the ink. Not bad. Not bad. These are easy and they are cheap, and they're something fun to put in junk journals. And give as gifts. Primarily I'm doing this for junk journals. So if you guys can think of other things that you, or tell me what other things you use these for, that'd be great. I've seen, you know, junk journals and ephemera and things like that. So that's going to be it for this video. I know it wasn't too much. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to come back and see more, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And part 3 will be the tags. So we're done with bags. Will be the tags I'm going to do. So I will see you in part 3. And just remember, I am just me, crafting for mental health, helping myself and others, one DIY at a time. Bye. See you next video.